Hi, I'm Joshua Hayward. Thanks for taking time to take in this video. And today's information will be an astrological update. Um, my website's www.dynamicmindcreativeheart.com, and also check us out on Dynamic Mind Creative Heart business page on Facebook. And check the like thing, that would be nice if you would like us. Anyway, I've got a lot to talk about today, so I'm going to probably do this in two videos, and hopefully I'll get both of them done today. Um, the last video was about Ariana Huffington and third metric and that kind of stuff. And just to follow up or to continue with that a little bit, the third metric of success being happiness, and I would call it quality of life. So consider this a quality of life astrological update. And once again, tons of stuff going on, so let me get going on it. First of all, there's a positive relationship between the planet Jupiter and the planet Saturn going on right now. Jupiter in the sign of Cancer, Saturn happening in the sign of Scorpio. And this kind of sets a positive tone for good structure and good growth and inspirational moving forward with growth. So expansion and good contraction, but based on emotional stuff from Cancer, and also financial and power and things like that. Really good structural transformation around all kinds of stuff to do with power, sexuality, finance, and then plugging into the emotional content of Jupiter being in Cancer. And also home, good stuff for the home improvements and things like that too. Looking at stuff with the mother and trying to nurture the mother and your home in general. Okay, anything to do with that lunar quality of Cancer. So that I just wanted to mention that as an underlying tone for what's going on. We're moving into the next shift or the next big change or leap, and I don't know about you, but I'm kind of tired of, I keep hearing from these new age and spiritual sites, oh, the big shift is coming, and everybody's got this take on the shift or the change, or, and but be that as it may, here's another one. At least this is from my perspective. And there are usually like two major shifts go on, and one of them is spring, summer, and another one is fall and winter. And there's all kinds of stuff going on in either one, but it's a collective and conglomerative type of shift that happened last June and July. And things just kind of went, and moved in a different direction. And now that's beginning to happen here. Some good signs of it with Pluto stationing on the 20th of September. And it's stationing at just about right on 9 degrees of Capricorn. And so we're talking about evolution with Pluto and structural stuff with Capricorn. So remember that that's going to be stationing on a square to Uranus. It's not an exact square, but it's enough to where it's going to trigger some stuff. There will be a lunation on Uranus as Pluto stations. In other words, the moon will be conjuncting Uranus. So I expect that it will really sort of excite things, and we'll get a fairly good beginning of a shift. And right now, all three outer planets are retrograding, and Saturn's moving forward and in direct motion, and so is Jupiter. And Chiron, I believe, is retrograding too, the bridge between the inner and the outer planets. So you've got a lot of forces transpersonally moving towards transformation and healing pulling us on the inner, but Saturn is driving us to the outer. And so is Jupiter. That Jupiter-Saturn trine is helping us to be able to visualize and make some of the changes that we need to make in order to establish a better quality of life, in order to create happiness. And once again, I think happiness and quality of life comes from the feeling that we have about ourselves on a cellular level within, and then it exudes out. My mantra right now is self-love and joy. It's what I need. I've been going through the nearly 8-month-long grieving process, having lost my wife, Esther, and my mom, too, right about at the same time. So on a personal note, I'm beginning to shift. I've been using my Dynamic Mind, Creative Heart meditation in a very positive way. It's helping things out. I'm feeling better I'm just getting this shift on the inner. I'm feeling that Pluto setting me free. And I've done some really difficult grief work on the inner, and now I'm beginning to start to feel better, and it's just not time passing. It's really some inner work. So I wanted to encourage people to get body work, to get massage, to get energy work, to get stuff going on the inner. Cellular structural changes on the inner will increase the ability to perceive what we need to do to make our lives better. So inside out, not outside in. All right, so that's a pretty big date coming up with that Pluto business stationing, and that's leading to a major change. So from that date on to, I believe it's the 1st of November, yes, the 1st of November is going to be the 4th exact Uranus square to Pluto out of 7. That means we'll have 3 left, moving on into 2015. This, of course, being the pretext for really setting the basis of what's going on in this century. What happens in this century really mainly has to do, or at least this first half of the 21st century, has to do with this Pluto-Uranus square, which they were conjunct during the 60s, the mid-60s, which created that change there. I've spoken about that many times in the videos throughout the years. I've been talking about that for a while. So we're looking at a huge thing coming up with this 4th exact square, and that's going to be right at 9 degrees of Capricorn, and Uranus at 9 degrees in Aries. So wherever those things fall in your chart, that will point to a lot of stuff for you to transform yourself in order to create freedom to be who you actually are, which really does raise the quality of life in a big way. Being who you actually are, being aligned with who you actually are. Another sort of fated quality that's going on right now is that the north node of the moon is like right around at 7 or 8, or maybe 10. Let me look. yeah, right at 9, almost 10 degrees. We're looking at of Scorpio, and Saturn's sitting right on that. It's these things are conjunct, and so Saturn's pulling us towards some sort of collective destiny. So if you look at this as a huge time where we can pull a lot of things together and empower ourselves, then we're going to get a good boost in our quality of life. And so you want to do that kind of inner work. Chiropractics is really a good thing. A lot of the things that I already mentioned around the home, being who you actually are, I think, is the most important thing. And doing the work, Saturn, the discipline, to transform Scorpio, to move towards where we're actually going. And every individual can make a big difference in the whole transpersonal collective of all of us. So let's all do that kind of thing. And I'm going to go ahead and switch to the next video now, and that's going to include talking about two eclipses, which are very dramatic, and one of them really occurring very close to that Uranus Pluto fourth square coming up. So thanks for checking out this video. Once again, oh yeah, my email is josh at dynamicmindcreativeheart.com. And once again, www.dynamicmindcreativeheart.com. And check us out on Facebook page, and I will get right back at you. Hope you're having a great day. Thanks.